Hello, hello!
Alright.
It's the Makeup Club.
We're back.
With Sasha.
Popular demand.
Yeah, it's called Popular Demand. And Chloe. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Cool.
We are gonna, partly because it's topical, because it's affecting both of us at the moment.
Yes, we could say so.
And also because we've had loads of questions from loads of different ladies about tanning, your skin changes colour, what do you do BFF wise, what do you do just a touch wise.
But also coverage, like
coverage,
that's
yeah.
just a touch cover. If you have spots like me at the moment,
So
what do you
Chloe,
do?
out of the kindness of her heart, cultivated these
Yes,
for
over
everyone
the last
over the
week
weekend.
for you. Look, my skin is terrible. I'm not afraid because I know it's just you watching.
Yeah,
And I want to see if Sasha manages to cover these things for me because I might need some coverage.
Okay, so shall we start with me though?
Start with you, Sasha. It's all about you. It's summer. You're tan.
Just my tips for stuff. If I find that the heavier you lay your foundation on during the summer can look really unconvincing, and you don't see the skin, and also it can make you really hot. So it might be that if the sun improves your skin, it has for me.
What do you mean? I'm just on my period, you know.
I'll switch it up and I'll go almost naked with a BFF. I'm gonna do a little demo. I actually roasted myself over not this holiday, was it bank holiday? It was
Bank holiday Monday,
really sunny.
weekend.
And I am normally a Bex, and I'd actually gone down to a Santa. And the thing to remember about our foundations when you're looking at them is that even though they're names, the names that they're listed in is the shade order that they go in. So normally my palest pale, I'm a Santa, but technically a Bex. And I went up to, I was nearly a Femi, which I'll tell you how many. That's a Santa, a Bex, a Liv, and Angeli, a Femi.
Do you want to show the colours maybe?
I did nearly 5.
A little...
Yeah, let's do a swatch. I don't know, can you see? I went from that.
What's that?
That's Santa.
Santa.
Which is what I was in. I went from that to almost, not quite, I was mixing. I went from that to that.
Wow.
In 4 days.
That's a
It's
lot.
not really anti-aging, is it? So that's what I did. So if you're writing to us for advice, which some people have been, of what should I do if I've got a bit of a tan, is how long's a piece of string. So you sort of got to judge for yourself how far you think you've gone, and then just remember that all of our shades are in colour order, and then just have a little look maybe at the skin videos again to see if you think you're similar to
if you change category
or whatever. And the thing is, if you get darker but you've still got your lighter one, you can just mix everything in between that you think you're going to go to. So that's my little tip. And then what I'll do in the summer is I'll BFF everywhere. And I'm going to use a little bit of Liv, I think. And then I get grey under my eyes, like not very attractive. But I will cover the grey right into the corner underneath the eye. I'll BFF there first actually because that lifts the grey. And then pat that around. And that is literally, unless I've got a mark, like I've got a mark there now. Oh, it's hard to do it in this. Because you're slightly off. And that nice pigmentation from this gigantic volcano that I got on a flight back from New York.
So you've already done BFF?
I've done BFF already, and I've faked it with a little bit of Sasha on my cheek, which is my new favourite on my cheek actually. Lip Love. Cover up any, sometimes I get stuff there, and I'll do a dot, but that's it. That's my summer BFF Just a Touch combo. And with the Just a Touch, the thing that I love about it is I hardly blended that, you can see. I didn't blend that at all, and there's just no tide mark lines. So you can, it's a jigsaw.
Yeah.
It's a face jigsaw. So just patch it up where you need it and don't do the whole thing. That's
Okay. Well, the only thing I know is that usually in the summer I just use BFF and I do Just a Touch if I have spots or... Yeah, really, that's true. I don't care about my dark circles. I'm not obsessed.
No, that's interesting, isn't it?
It's just the red because it looks weird.
I really care about my dark circles.
What do you want to say? But this weekend or this week, given that it's that time of the month, all these friends came out, so I can't just do just a BFF. I have to do Just a Touch as well. So yeah, I haven't done anything. I just want to show you this face first. and then see what we can do with it.
What I'm going to do is, I am going to do BFF, because what it will do for Chloe is, all this little bit, it's beautiful to have a naturally flushed cheek, but it will just take all the extra redness away, and it will bring down some of the colour on the blemishes that we want to get rid of without loading extra layer of product, which is not what we want in the summer. We want to see your skin.
Exactly.
So I'm going to do fingers.
And I hate like having a lot of foundation on. Like, I'm not a foundation person, actually. Before discovering Just a Touch, I wasn't wearing foundation at all. So I'm using it just if I need it.
Can I see that it's doing? And what I like to do, BFF, is if you need extra, yeah, don't rub it so freely like the moisturiser. Build it up with a little bit of layering via the pat method, which I will. Might patent that one, the pat method.
The pat method.
And when you're using the Just a Touch to cover up any blemishes, or we can say the word spots, can't we? It's like a 5-letter word. Spots. How do you do it?
Myself?
Yeah.
I just put my finger in the pot and try to put it on, but then it goes off as well at the same time.
Okay.
So I kind of give up sometimes. So I do layers and layers because I can't, and then I'm not really skilled. That's why I wanted to ask you what's the best.
Okay. So you find the finger.
Yeah.
Puts on but lifts off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
So this might
I don't know if I should get a brush. I don't have any brush, or if I should perfection my finger application.
See, BFF makes it's doing it already. Oh, if you should perfect the finger.
Perfect the finger technique. I don't know.
Okay. I find with if it's an area of sort of a lot of little imperfections, I find to do a bit of fuzzing with a brush. It does it really thinly and sort of really evenly, but almost invisibly.
Okay.
So that is down here. That's what I'm going to do for you.
Okay.
We've got those, you know, those little things we talked about. No, but it's good when you get them, because it means it's coming out.
Okay.
There you go. There you go.
I've done a mask recently, and my skin.
Because everywhere else is gorgeous.
Thank you. Yes. So let's see what Shasha does for these spots.
So I'm going to double check if you're still in Trintron territory, or if you've gone.
I'm always in between.
You're in between, aren't you?
Zandy and
I feel like
Trintron.
you're a bit more Zandy today, so I'm going to Zandy you.
Alright then.
Let's get rid of that. It's a fine line, because it's a fine line with Trintron and Zandy anyway.
So when I tan, I just get from Zandy to Trintron, and then when I go away from the sun for 2 days, I'm back Trintron. I'm back Zandy. So this is my.
So those are like the choices of weapon, something like that.
Okay. So unluckily I don't do 4 shades jump. I just do 1 shade jump, and I just jump between one and the other.
No, but I'm not sure how healthy my 4 shades jump is. And the weird thing is, while I feel better, I think I actually look marginally less awful, paler. Like I feel better darker.
Yeah.
But I think I look less bad, paler. Do you think?
Is it a question? I don't know.
I think it is a
to me,
question.
you're always beautiful. I can't tell.
Oh, I come here for.
And also,
I'll
see
come
people...
to see you when I'm ghosted.
No, also, I see the beauty inside of people.
Oh, Chloe! Okay. It's really light.
Yeah.
Sort of feathery.
Oh my god, I barely feel the brush. It's just like.
It's like the tiniest pat in, because we know. Oh, wrong one. Let me. That our foundation goes a really, really, really seriously long way. So it's the tiniest pat in, and then just a really light fuzz. And it's almost like what I'm trying to do is evenly colour over the redness without building.
And also, are you covering my freckles?
Thickness.
Because I love the freckles.
No.
Okay.
Look, you can still see your freckles. See?
Yeah.
But we've got rid of, there's some friends here that are looking more like freckles and less like blemishes. I'll work on that one a little bit more. But here, we're getting the illusion of, yeah. Okay. Because I think that the fineness of the application with this kind of brush, that fuzzy in motion and the lightness that I'm doing it, you get more coverage to stay where you want it than if you're, with the finger it can be, spot areas can be a little bit heavier. Let's try your, and then any extra, I'm going to start. Same, it's the pat method, it's the PM. So it's taking it less. Obviously, the thing about blemishes is if they're raised, because the way the light hits your face, you're never going to totally and utterly make it invisible.
Yeah.
Because at some angle, light is going to hit your face and someone's going to see like the surface texture. But colour-wise, you can definitely do a lot so that from a few paces or across like a crowded bar, yes, no one's going to see it.
All right, that's what I wanted to know.
I feel like this is... Yeah, look at your cheeks, see?
Yeah.
It's doing it for me. Is it doing it for you?
It is. And then would you top up with the face finish, or is it something you do just at the very end of the makeup?
That's personal taste.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that I would... I don't know that I would face finish over all the work that I've done, to be honest with you. But that's partly because... Yeah, I think I would. And it's easier to... See, this side is winner. We just need to concentrate a bit more on here. And this is just with finger. I've got another brush which I'll show you on that one, which we can do a bit of a double layer over.
Yes.
My new brush holder. And then same thing. It's sort of like patchwork painting. So it's you want to... I say fuzz a lot, I know, but I can't explain any... It's like you're hovering over it with the brush, lightly touching it. Would you say that's what it feels like?
Yes.
I'm doing a bit of a crisscross on this. Yeah. I don't know, I feel like the gentler the application, the gentler the finish. Because if I went in there like massive strokes, you're going to see it. You're trying to get everything to blend in with the skin that's already there.
Yeah.
See? I'm seeing that one. Oh, but that's just your natural mole, isn't it?
Yep. That's my natural mole.
See, so we don't need to worry about that.
No.
Let me see what else we got. I feel like we're done.
I feel like I'm flawless now.
Okay, and what I might do is if I have left a little kind of telltale mark, which I feel I've left here, just really
fuzz.
I
knew it!
And get rid of that. And then the thing that I like about the finish of Just a Touch, which is what I've loved about it since we first... I got a bit up there. No, since we first formulated it, is that you can just use it on the spot. It doesn't need hardly any blending, and with the right application and with use, you sort of get to know, you know, your own face.
How my face works.
It just looks like skin once you're done.
Yeah.
Literally. Got any? I feel like I've talked a lot today, but I had a lot to explain.
Amazing! I'm like, whoa! I've learned so much.
Any calls from home?
Any calls from home? Well, home says. Wait, blah 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 blah. Dark circles.
No, dark circles. That's my bag.
Coverage, application, brush, skin tone, and summer. I think we covered it all, guys.
Home says well done.
Home says yeah, and cool. Now I'm gonna do some flash blush, and that's it probably.
I could do that here for you now if you want.
I don't know. Do you want to?
Do you want me to?
Okay then.
Let's do a bit.
What would you do on top of?
Let's just try on you my new favourite on the cheeks, which is Sasha.
Okay. So Sasha is a lip love.
But it has the most beautiful... It's like Wigs and Shasha had a baby. Because it's got the strength of Shasha, but in a much more muted way. And it's got a kick that Wigs doesn't have. And it's got a slight shimmer. So it has a really pretty glowy finish.
I love shimmer.
But it's not as metallic as the other lip love. So which is why it's such a nice cheek option. And then we have covered up some blemishes here. So we just got to be careful. And then if you find when you've put your blush on after you've covered things, just go over it again with the Just a Touch over the top of the blush, then melt the two together. Because it could be you've lifted off a little bit of the coverage. Yeah. So I'll actually demo that now. But everyone looks a bit better with a bit of cheek. Oh, look at you. We're matching.
We're matching. Okay, so you would retouch the
I'd retouch the, if anything, I'd retouch the Just a Touch if anything red came through after. So we're going to go there. It's funny, isn't it, how people, like you don't do the dark circles thing?
No, I just do the red spots otherwise. Because I want to put as little as I can, really.
Yeah. So we got that, Sasha, And then I will give you...
I like the Leandra Cohen deck. I don't mind dark circles. It's the redness that I hate. Is it Leandra? No, it's oh, anyway.
Who? Don't know what you're talking about. Is it an Italian thing?
No, I'm saying... Come on.
I think it
Man Repeller.
Man Repeller. Oh yeah, but I love her clothes, so maybe I should do the dark. What, she doesn't mind dark circles? Is that what you're saying?
I think so.
I don't know. I think maybe it's because my skin isn't prone to redness.
Ah.
That's the thing I go to.
I think you should just pick one thing. You should just pick one thing that you hate about your face. I hate one. That's it. What's
Maddie
that?
Sasha.
Maddie Sasha. Winning. Yeah. So do we want to do a quick recap on the foundation, just main points, and then we go quickly? You can do BFF with just a touch on in summer.
BFF with just a touch jigsaw puzzle in summer, if you've got a greyness or anything. But if your skin improves in summer or you just like to let it breathe, BFF can be enough.
Yeah, exactly.
The work with what you're trying to fix rather than covering up everything.
Yeah. So
it will be where it's gorgeous and there's nothing wrong with it. Leave it and then cleverly, light touch probably is...
So I have tap, tap, tap and fuzz, fuzz, fuzz.
Tap, tap, tap and fuzz, 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 yeah.
As my new favourite words.
And just think you're trying to paint, you're trying to match, they're already perfect. Yeah. So you're trying to match the imperfect parts to that instead of like masking everything.
Perfect. That sounds really cool. Thank you, Sha.
And just experiment.
Yes. And mix the foundations if you have two and you think you got a bit of a tan but not properly. Yeah. Like, I usually mix Zandy with Trin depending on the days and how much sun I got. That's it. Right, thank you everyone. That was our makeup club. Bye. See you.